Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Steph. I do reactions to and reviews of queer TV shows and movies. So if that's something you might be interested in, consider subscribing. We are finally watching the season 2 finale of Euphoria today, and I could not be more excited to see what mayhem Sam has thrown at our way this time. I've already reacted to the first 7 episodes, so if you haven't watched those, make sure to go check those out. I am dressed today knowing that likely someone will die. Yeah, I'm assuming that there's gonna be death in this episode, right? I mean, it's been building up towards it. Maybe it'll be Cal. Maybe it will be Fez, although I really hope not. I don't know. Maybe there'll be no deaths, and I am being dramatic, but just in case, I thought I would send good heavenly vibes to the person that does pass away tonight. Very excited to see where things go with Lexi's play, where things go with the situation with Fez, and where Rue ends up at the end of the season. So without further ado, let's get into it. And so it begins.
The fucking cops found Mouse's body.
I knew Faye would come through. I knew it. Fez is such a good guy, and she sensed that. And he took care of her. Treated her like a person. I'm glad. So don't say anything right now, Fez.
Lori killed Mouse, right? Lori?
Nice, Faye. Ash, relax. Relax, Ash.
Why are you trying to cover up a murder that she committed?
I am loving Faye right now. We love gaslighting men.
It's time
I'm just kidding. No, Ash.
Okay.
No.
This is
no.
becoming a fucking issue.
Wait, Ash, no!
Ash is normally so with it. I don't understand how he just did this without thinking it through. Come on. Like, how could another death help the situation? The cops definitely know this person is, like, making very odd sounds. I guess if someone had to die, I'm not terribly upset it was Custer or whatever his name is.
Do you ever think about the future?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh, this is so sad that his future is now ruined. No, I mean, there's no way they can get out of this, right? I mean, Fez and Ash are going to be in prison for a long time because of this. I don't want that to be his future.
I be thinking about living on a farm, you know?
I don't really see you as a farmer.
Yeah, fuck it. Get some horses, cows, pigs, chickens, goats. Have a little family.
It's giving Lenny Small. Oh, I don't want to spoil Of Mice and Men, but was that an intentional reference to it? Because that does not end well. No spoilers if you haven't read this book from decades ago. But let's say it doesn't end well for the guy who wants to live on a farm.
Aren't you glad that we became friends?
I really am.
Very much so.
Maybe a little bit more than friends.
Me too.
Oh, I love them together. This is so sad. Ugh. And this juxtaposing moment where he was truly happy and now where he's truly terrified, traumatized. He knows that that future he was talking to her about is not going to happen. This immediate future is not going to happen when he can see her play. Oh, it's so sad. I mean, thank God Cassie doesn't have an axe, because she could do some really serious damage right now in her mental state. Rue is very much everybody watching this. This is Cassie's villain origin story right here. We are watching her become the villain.
1,000 versions of myself.
Okay, this scene right there that they have in the background, Lexi really outdid herself. Like, she either read Cassie's mind or Cassie uses the most descriptive language to be able to get across exactly how that scene looked and felt and what they talked about verbatim. No, either Cassie is phenomenal with sensory language or Lexi should really be the next X-Man.
Suze, I'm the girl's mom in
Suze.
real life. Played by Ethan. Where is he? Ethan? Who, by the way,
He really does.
He's gonna win an award.
Seriously, give the actor playing Ethan, playing all these different characters, an award. Like, he deserves an Emmy. This is peak performance. So good.
Well, if that makes me a villain, then so fucking be it.
Oh, Cassie.
Oh my god.
Oh, see, that does feel cruel. Lexi must have known how painfully embarrassing that moment was for Cassie. Also, like, what does it add to the story? Not only to Lexi's play, but really, what did it even originally add to the plot of Euphoria? Just questions I'm asking now that I don't blindly worship at Sam's feet. I love Sam, okay? Don't come at me in the comments for this, but I don't go as hard for him as I used to. There's like literal clown music on in the background. Carnival music playing.
This bitch needs to be put down.
Oh, Maddy. You were doing so well, Maddy. Kind of the moment we've all been waiting for, right? Violence is never the answer, but this does provide a fair amount of entertainment that we've been wanting.
I think you might have accidentally saved my life.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
This will be a cute little moment.
It's so sad. I hope it was worth it in the end.
Oh, she's the little star.
I gave it all to see you shine again. I hope it was worth it in the end.
Oh, that was cute.
Us against the world.
Okay, it's not over.
Just it's so start.
Oh, I like this song.
I gave it all to see you shine again.
Oh,
I hope it was
worth it in the end. Oh, I hope it is too.
This thing is broken.
It's going on a slight bit long, no?
Feels like you fell right
We're doing the chorus again. Okay, no, yeah.
gave you away.
I like it. I like the song. I like the chorus. It's very sweet. It's very touching.
It was worth it.
But it's been going on for how long now?
You and my guitar. Think you may be my
only friend.
I'm still working on it.
If you're still working on it, when you finish it, it's going to be like an album. A whole ass album. But go off. I'm so glad that worked. I love supportive friend Rue. Even Rue's surprised that that worked. See what happens when she uses her power for good. That's kind of what I wanted to do with him.
Make it look like you ain't do this.
I know he doesn't have any impulse control at this age, but...
Come here. They gonna find me with the knife in my hand.
No!
Tell them you have nothing to do with this shit.
No!
Listen to me. I did this shit.
Why would you do
I
that?
killed this motherfucker.
Fez is like the most amazing human. Again, besides that whole drug dealing thing. But it doesn't really make sense for Fez to take the fall, does it? Like, Ash would just go to juvie for a bit. I mean, I could be wrong, obviously. But he's more likely to go to juvie and do that whole thing, as opposed to Fez, who would obviously end up in prison for a very, very long time. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Who's Nate off to traumatize this time? And why did he put bullets in? Oh, he might actually kill his dad. This might be a twofer. Death-wise.
I found these videos of my dad fucking hookers in a motel room. You know, for the longest time, I had this recurring nightmare just over and over. And he was fucking me the way that he fucked them.
Oh, the energy in the room changed real quick.
Everybody go.
Yeah, y'all should go. Y'all should go.
I need to talk to my son. God.
This guy is so inconvenienced by the fact that he has to not be a part of this traumatizing familial moment.
I don't want your apology.
Is Nate really gonna kill his dad right now? That doesn't make any sense.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? What? Nate is too logical for this.
What is that?
Oh, he's gonna make it look like a suicide, I guess? Maybe?
Never happened.
Sammy.
Hey,
We're really not going for realistic this time around. Okay, so no murder.
that's Nate.
But then why the loaded gun? That's so confusing to me. He could have did what he did with Maddy if he wanted to just threaten him.
You're under arrest.
I don't understand that. Especially if he'd already called the police, why would he want to have a loaded gun on him? Oh. Ash, what are you doing? He's definitely going to die. Oh, Fez isn't going to die. I don't believe that was a fatal blow, but how did they get out of this one? How could Ash possibly get out of this? Not him stepping on any hope of Lexi and Fez. R.I.P. Oh, poor Fez. Ash. Ash, what? No! His prefrontal cortex really said, gone fishing. See you tomorrow. Or maybe they'll just let him surrender? Put your weapon down.
Not a chance.
Oh my gosh. Fez. His little brother just died. Oh, I'm tearing up. And we're going to this next? Great. Good. Lexi's really gonna have to see a third person she cares about in the hospital.
You said as long as I live, you'll be with me forever.
Oh. Did Lexi warn Rue? Because this is like gonna re-traumatize her, no?
I miss you, Dad. Your play was really beautiful.
Oh, good.
Your play was the first time I was able to look at my life and not hate myself. I think I've been through a lot.
She finally like
But you've been through a lot. And you know
has
what to
empathy
do.
for herself as if she were someone outside of herself.
Like,
I've always wondered how these fights end. How do they decide that they no longer want to be hitting each other
What's funny?
and can sit in the same room together?
They broke up with me before I even went on that stage.
She's looking unwell. Lynn Unwell Miranda.
I'm going to be a stand-up comedian.
This is just the beginning.
She's like, rules.
I know you're probably still really angry at me.
She's not.
I love you.
Come on, Rue. Now would be a good time to apologize. She left. I was like, I forgive you, but I can't be in a relationship with you, right?
Jules was my first love.
This seems like progress. Are we seeing
I'd like to
progress?
remember it that way. I stayed clean through the rest of the school year. I wish I could
That's
say that was a
good.
decision I made.
Wait, the rest of the school year, does
In
that
some ways, it
imply
was just easier.
only until then? How could season 3 possibly not have a relapse, right?
I remember Ali said, the thought of maybe being a good person is what keeps me trying to be a good person.
Okay. All right, and so season 2 ends. I have some thoughts, so stick around for a sec to hear some of them. One of my thoughts is about Jules and Rue and whether they can have a non-toxic relationship. I would love a healthy relationship for them in season 3. I just don't know if that's actually going to happen. Given how this season just ended, it feels like Rue is maybe more on an independent solo journey. I think Rue is finally doing this for herself, maybe, or at least realizes that she cannot be the best girlfriend to Jules at the moment. I do think that there will be a relapse, and I think maybe even at the end of season 3 she'll die. Maybe not. Maybe there's been enough death. I don't know. Maybe she'll be murdered by Lori. Who knows? I mean, that storyline was never fully wrapped up, so I guess maybe we'll see where that goes in season 3. I hope season 3 also brings us more of Lexi and Fez, and that Fez is okay, that maybe he's not actually brought to prison, but instead brought to the hospital where he makes a full recovery and then stops dealing because he realizes that this is not the lifestyle he wants. I would love to see his final scene on a farm, maybe with Lexi, maybe flying solo with some pigs around him while he spreads ashes. But I guess it all depends on whether he actually goes to prison or not, which I don't know how he wouldn't, but we'll see. Overall thoughts. I enjoyed this season. I thought it was really entertaining and thought-provoking and moving at times, and a tearjerker at times, for sure, at a lot of times. I'm no longer in the Sam can do no wrong camp and have sort of moved towards the Sam is still a great director, but he has made some bad directorial choices, in my opinion. I mean, for one, that whole teens having sex on screen doesn't sit well with me. This season had a lot more push away from reality, and there were a lot more moments where I was like, would that actually happen that way? I'm not sure. Which maybe just wasn't the priority, and that's fine. But I feel like with a show like this that tackles drugs and abuse, it is important to still be grounded in reality as much as possible. And I also felt like a lot of the characters felt inconsistent with who they were in the first season. But Zendaya can do no wrong, so you know I'll be watching the third season of Euphoria for sure. So if you don't want to miss my reactions to that in 2029 or so, please make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. I'm gonna watch Killing Eve next. That should be coming next week, so please make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.